Welcome to the Pure Performance Cafe. May I take your order?
Yes, I would like a shot of Pure Performance, please.
Coming right up.
Welcome to another episode of Pure Performance Cafe. I'm in Linz and now actually in the office with two of the product managers where a lot of our customers have high hopes of a lot of cool stuff that is coming down the line. I'm here with Peter and Roman. Maybe a quick introduction on who you are, the full name, and what your role is.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Peter Zara, or Zara, as many of our American colleagues call me. So some of you might know me from the Edmond times, where I took care about the Edmond web UI and web dashboarding, and now also moving over to Dynatrace and driving our dashboarding initiatives there. Yeah.
Cool. And Roman?
Yeah, my name is Roman Windischover. I joined the Dynatrace party half a year ago, and I'm very excited to participate in the whole dashboarding area and drive our product further.
Cool. Yeah, you just mentioned dashboard. So dashboard is a big topic. Now, what's interesting, I've been promoting zero dashboards, which is obviously completely contradictory in what you guys are building, because you're building great dashboards, capabilities. Now, we have a lot of customers on the Edmond space that we're now showing them the new Dynatrace and the dashboarding capabilities. And I know there's a lot of feedback coming in on what people miss from Edmond or maybe see in other tools. So my first question to you guys is feedback. I know you are active out there on a feedback perspective. Can you tell me a little bit how the feedback process works, where people can get insights in what's coming and how they can give you feedback?
Yeah, sure. So we get tons and tons of feedback related to dashboarding on a daily basis, basically, and through various channels, emails, whatever. So Slack, what we use internally, internal folks as well as customers. And we figured out that our Answers or Answer Hub forum, answers.dynatrace.com, is actually the best channel for us, because we can put everything into one central space and we maintain that on a daily basis. So it's answers.dynatrace.com, and the sticky post that we've created is planned enhancements for custom dashboards, basically. So please follow that. We maintain that. We answer your questions there. We like your feedback there, and we try to give you updates about things that are currently in progress. Mm-hmm. So things that you will see later on. So Roman will talk about this in a minute for sure. What we come up with next, and please answers Dynatrace.com, planned enhancements for custom dashboards.
That's perfect. Okay, so answers Dynatrace.com, I think loud and clear. Now, Roman, what is some of the feedback? What are people asking for, and what are you guys working on?
Well, our next major deliverables will be that we improved our workflow, the use case of pinning charts to a dashboard. Mm-hmm. There was a big pain that you could not decide which dashboard that you would like to pin to. Mm-hmm. So we did away with this by providing a overlay whenever you click on the pin button, and that gives you the ability to choose the specific dashboard that you want to pin to. And additionally, you will also see a preview of the tile that you just selected. Cool. And another big topic that we had where a lot of thoughts went into are upcoming tile types. Mm-hmm. So the next tile type that will go into the product is going to be pie charts. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely something that will help users create more business-oriented dashboards. Mm-hmm. And another thing that's going to be big is something that we call KPI tile. So if you know Edmond, think of a measure tile where you just display a aggregated value for a certain metric, mm-hmm. But we will also give you the ability to not only display one value, but also display something like a top list of let's say the top 10 hosts in CPU on a CPU level. Mm-hmm. So that's something that should do away with a lot of pain points in our dashboarding.
Cool. Yeah, that's the text and measurement tile, or exactly. what we had in Edmond that people have been asking for. And I assume things like color coding is in there. So if a certain threshold is breached and the color is changing, so all the stuff that people know from Edmond. So we already talked about how people can give you feedback. Now I know that the podcast is obviously not the only thing where we now talk about these things. What should people do besides also answers.dynatrace.com? Where else would they find out about what's currently in the product? Anything else that you guys do?
Sure. So we, as you also see on our forum post, are references to a blog post. So for each let's say, feature package or whatever we release, we write blog posts. We did already a webinar with you, Andy, related to dashboarding in Dynatrace. I'm sure we have to do something again once we have chart types coming up, or also some news about reporting, because that's also something that what Roman said before is a perfect segue to the next use case, which is, of course, business use cases, users that don't have access to the Dynatrace environment, that still need reports and data for their daily business decisions and stuff like that. So this is also one of the major feedback points for us, that we have to come up with a solution rather sooner than later. So I think webinar is definitely also the, how do you call it, performance clinics, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So we will have to do another one of those quite soon, I think. Yeah.
Cool. Now, Roman, maybe back to you. I know we talked about feedback and on the channels. Can you give me like an example on how you are actually analyzing feedback and how that really influences a particular feature? I think, just so that people actually know that they're not just shouting it out, but actually that you're listening.
Sure. So like Peter already iterated, that we are looking extensively on the stuff that people put up on our Answers Hub. We skim those things and see which topics are voted the most, so which are requested the most. Then we go and talk to our key stakeholders in our company. We talk to SEs who are out in the field and who know a lot what people highly request. And then we try to come up with the best concept to address those issues. And one of our ambition is to not provide a simple solution to a problem. We want to come up with a sophisticated solution that not only gives you a simple feature, but will give you an enhancement in your use case and in the way you use Dynatrace.
Yeah. And I think also this is a big topic where we all have to relearn. I mean, we all know AppMon, right? Peter, especially, you've been there for years. I've been using it for years. We have a certain mindset on how things should be analyzed, how a dashboard should look like. And I think with Dynatrace, we obviously redefined on how we monitor these new environments. That means dashboarding and reporting also needs certain new concepts. That's why I think what we talked about earlier, we don't just want to copy every feature one by one from AppMon, right? It doesn't make sense. We have to relearn things, and that's important, especially in these very dynamic environments, right? If you have 5, maybe 50, maybe 5,000 containers at any given point in time, you have to come up with a different approach of how to visualize that data. And hopefully, people should give us more feedback, but also people have to be, mindful that we cannot just copy the old aspects or the old way we solve problems. So there will be certain new concepts, and please give us more feedback. Guys, anything else that you want to talk about today? Maybe what is the expected time range of some of these new features we just talked about?
Yeah, sure. So one of the things that you will see rather sooner than later are the things that Roman told us regarding our chart types. So of course we have to deliver there in order to create those dashboards we are all used to of creating or showing data in a way that, for example, business stakeholders can digest. And things for reporting and coloring, for example, is maybe something that could come up sooner than later. But reporting is also something that, what you said, Andy, where we are extensively thinking about options that help us on the long term. So we could come up with an easy solution quicker, but we want to do it the right way and in a way that scales. So API, I think, is the right thinking approach there.
Perfect. Cool. So that means I will have you back hopefully soon. We should do this on a regular basis because there's a lot of stuff coming out all the time, both on the podcast. We will do another performance clinic once these chart types are in and the reporting is coming along. Another reminder, answers.dynatrace.com, the sticky post. That's very important. Last question that I know there's some early access programs that different product teams have within Dynatrace. Are there any early access programs that you're also thinking about? And if so, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
So right now we don't actually use this EAP process. Right now we release the things that we have ready. Also for the next topic on our plan, we don't have a transition phase via EAP.
Okay.
So I think it's in our case we have these things quickly or faster alive than just having a transition phase of an EAP or whatever.
Cool. That means actually everyone gets to enjoy the new cool things all the time once it's out there.
Exactly.
Perfect.
So everyone will see it.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much. We'll do another session soon. And listeners, hopefully you're as excited as we are because we believe a new way of monitoring also needs a new way of visualizing data. And that's what these guys are working on. Thank you.
Thanks.